everybody. My name is Raze Chaos. You have found the 31 days of Halloween with Raze Chaos. I've got to not say it like that anymore. Maybe, before Halloween's over, I'll figure it out. I doubt it. Part of it was getting the Addams family in together, and that's what I was concentrating on. Now that I'm done with that, I'm realizing how much I did not plan. So, but this video today is going to be all about Frankenstein, because I got Frankenstein's monster, of course, known as Frankenstein, the Walgreens exclusive. I picked this one up, and yeah, apparently they only had like battered ones, because the box is kind of damaged, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. This is a glow-in-the-dark Walgreens exclusive, and we're going to pull this guy out and show him off a little bit before I get into talking about the enjoyment I get out of Frankenstein monster. I'm not gonna drop. I gotta learn to not drop stuff. Work on not dropping stuff. Okay, we'll get you out the way. Let's have a look at this guy. He's glow in the dark. I'm not really sure where he actually glows. You would think I had him under the light for a couple days, but I couldn't get any glow out of him when I attempted to look at him earlier. Mind you, this is the first time I am taking him out of the box to look at him, so maybe that makes a difference. I have no idea. But even sans the glow, he does kind of look like he's got a little glowy thing going on here in the texture. But he's holding the flower, and yeah, that might be cute for some people, but I know the story. Or the movie, the Boris Karloff. So yeah, I will give a close-up of this, but first I'm going to show off my favorite version of Frankenstein that I got. And you can tell because it's pretty beat up because I've had it for quite a while. But this is the essential Frankenstein. It is kind of like, I don't know how to put it, like the expanded edition of the novel. The complete novel is in here, but it also has, let's see, it's got 19th century reviews of Frankenstein by Sir Walter Scott, Percy Shelley, and others. Then it also has commentary by people like Leonard Maltin, Robert Bloch, Joyce Carol Oates, who are all like famous movie critics and other authors. But if you can see, like, yeah, every page of this has a huge chunk of footnotes, like references to like in the Universal Studios movie, they did something differently, or they represented this in the movie by doing this instead of actually showing it. And it also has a list of all the major Frankenstein related movies. I mean, even Abbott Costello, Meet Frankenstein. And I mean, it even lists who played Frankenstein, the Frankenstein's monster, in every, you've got Frankenstein Conquers the World, which was, that was Japanese. Curse of Frankenstein, and yeah, you've got like Glenn Strange from House of Dracula, which is actually in this collection. Yes, I have two versions, or I've got two things collecting the original Boris Karloff Frankenstein But this is much like the Invisible Man that I pointed out. It's got several different movies, all grouped up together. It's got Bride of Frankenstein, Son of Frankenstein, Ghost of Frankenstein, House of Frankenstein. So yeah, and there's some Hammer films, Revenge of Frankenstein, Horror of Frankenstein, and what was that? Frankenstein the Monster from Hell. Which, honestly, if you were to ask me who my favorite Frankenstein is of all, it would be Peter Cushing, who played the Baron. And yeah, the fun part about the Hammer films is they kind of pretended like there was some kind of continuity in it, but there really wasn't. In some cases, they didn't even really explain how the Baron got away from it. It was just kind of like how they've done the Halloween movies, where it's just like, okay, well, we're just gonna do this as the first sequel to the novel or the movie, or the Horror of Frankenstein. And it was just like, okay, it's a sequel to something. Some of them tie together, some of them don't, but Peter Cushing as Baron Frankenstein always worked. And I mean, yeah, he is the Baron as far as I'm concerned. But that is a quick look at a little bit of my collection when it comes to Frankenstein and his monster. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because I've got only a few more videos to go before I am back to normal, which is Tuesdays and Fridays. And yes, this has been a bit of a walk, but subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give me a comment, give me a link. What is your favorite version of the Frankenstein monster, of Frankenstein, the book, the movies? Yeah, what's your favorite out of all of that? There's plenty to choose from, I'm sure. Well, I know, because it's all listed in here, except for the newer stuff. I believe this only came out in, I don't know when this came out. I'm going to look real quick, but it should say somewhere. It always does. There's also illustrations in this, but I digress. Apparently, originally came out in 1977, and then again in 2004. So there might be a bit. It might be lacking at this point because that is quite old, but it also does carry a lot of information if you're interested in that. And the editor, Leonard Wolf, he not only did this, but he also did one for Dracula too, which is, yes, I have it. Yes, it's awesome. But yes, I will let you guys go, and I will see you next time. Keep a lookout for this guy.